A lot of people ask me, what's the first credit card I should get? How can I start building my credit? And generally two things come up. The first is, one of the Discover cards, right? Either Discover Student or, the General Secured card, and the Chase Freedom Rise. Both very good options, but which one should you get? I think there's a correct way of looking at it, and I don't think the answer is as obvious as most people think. But if you're new here, please do subscribe down below. We're going to be going over this. Hopefully this video is useful. If it is, please subscribe, and let's get into it. Okay, quickly, Chase Freedom Rise is a very, very simple credit card. You earn 1.5%, like you can see here, on all purchases, $25 for enrolling in automatic payments, obviously no annual fee. If you're using a starter card with an annual fee, please don't use that. There's plenty of other better options. And basically, you need to have $250 in a Chase checking or savings account. In my experience, this is pretty easy to get approved for. I have a lot of friends that did get approved for this. So that's pretty much the entire card. I mean, theoretically, there's other benefits, but they're pretty much the same as the other Chase cards, right? Okay, cool. And by the way, that cashback is as points. So if you end up converting it, you can use that cashback as points. And then you have the Discover It Student Cashback card. Now, this is pretty easy to get approved for, too, if you were in college. We'll talk about one of the other Discover cards in a second. But, yeah. All right. Let's just look at the reward structure of this. So again, it's a quarterly earnings card. So you earn 5% at different places, and up to $500 a month. $1,500 a quarter, I believe, is the maximum. And you earn 1% cash back on all other purchases. Okay, so it seems like there's some decision to be made here, right? Because on the one hand, you earn 5%, 1%. On the other hand, you earn 1.5%. So, maybe it depends on whether you're doing a lot of non-category spending or not. The thing is here, there is an unlimited cashback match for your first year. And the reason that's significant is probably you're using one of these cards for a year, moving on to a better card, something like that, getting another card that, that will correct some of the deficiencies. So really, when you think about it, this is a 2% non-category card, because presumably by the end of that year, you can get, a Citi Double Cash, you can get, a better card, even a Chase Freedom Unlimited, right? And then if you have this card, you can just keep using that 5% quarterly categories. But here, 1.5%, at least in the current U.S. credit card market, doesn't really move the needle. So it would seem, on the first level, that there's some sort of decision, and then when you think about it on the second level, the Discover clearly wins. There's another thing, though, that's worth considering. I think this is what a lot of people don't think about. So with the Chase Freedom Rise credit card, of course, you get in the Chase ecosystem, but then also you can product change the Freedom Rise. And the reason that's significant is the cashback is actually earned as points. Now, if you only have the Freedom Rise, you earn, let's say you spend $100, you earn, 150 points. Now, you can redeem that, for $1.50. Is that good? Bad? Indifferent, right? But if you end up getting or product change to the Sapphire, either of the Sapphire cards, or that's the preferred or the reserve, you can then transfer that out to partners, assuming you don't redeem your rewards in advance. So now there's another decision to be made, because 1.5%. Might be it might be better than 2%, right? If it's in points. The other problem, though, when you think about the Chase Freedom Rise credit card, or the other benefit, I should say, the other issue in considering which is better, is the 524 rule. Because with the Discover, they're going to approve you pretty much no matter what, whenever, right? There's no real issue with that. But with Chase, if you have 5 credit cards of any issuer within 24 months, you're automatically denied. And so there is a little bit of a premium on getting a Chase card, which then you can product change to a Freedom Unlimited, Freedom Flex, whatever, after that first year. And then you're in a much better earning category. And then you have an extra sort of personal card that through Chase that you wouldn't have had otherwise. So I'm just giving you guys some food for thought. So which do I think is better? I honestly would go with the Discover It, having said all of that. The Chase Freedom Rise is nice because you can get that Freedom Flex. But for me, it's just simpler. That cashback match is super powerful, right? Because it's 10% cashback at these different places you shop for that first year, which is excellently good, and 2% on everything else. It's kind of like, if there was a 10%, 2% card, that's the best card in America, right? If they did that for more than the first year. So for that first year, you get an excellently good card, and then you get a usable card after that. Chase Freedom Rise, you get a kind of okay card, and then you probably product change it to a Freedom Unlimited, and you still have a kind of okay card. Because, of course, if you were to get the Sapphire card, you'd want to get the sign-up bonus with that, so you wouldn't product change to a Sapphire, right? So you're really looking at kind of an okay card going to an okay card. Here you're looking at a okay card going to a usable card, because me personally, in my setup, I would never have an opportunity to use the Unlimited. So for my money, I would get the Discover card. But yeah, there's a lot of ways of thinking about it, and depending on who you are and how many credit cards you're going to get, there's a decision to be made here. So yeah, I hope that really helped. If it did, please do subscribe down below, and I'll see you in the next one.